Hello and welcome to today's Wellness Wednesday workshop. I'm Vicki Whipking and I'm your host today. And we are going to start talking over the next several Wednesdays about 90-day goals. So I probably don't have to really remind you, but in case you haven't counted it out, 90 days from today would be June 4th. 90 days from today is June 4th. And add 6 weeks to that, we're at July 4th. Okay, so over the next 6 weeks, I'm talking about 90-day goals. These are the practices that are going to take you right on into summertime, feeling great, feeling energized. That's what I want for you. Whatever your specific goals might be, we'll get into some of that. But today I'm going to talk about the mindset that you need in order to make those goals a reality. Because I was just talking just this morning to one of my high performance coaching clients, and we were actually just kind of checking in with each other. It wasn't a full-on session, but she just wanted to kind of tell me where she was, and she really realized that all of the fitness programs that are out there, which she is like a bodybuilder and an expert skier and an outdoor enthusiast all around, just a really great gal. And what she's been realizing is if you don't have the right mindset, your actions are all going to be out of whack. And we're going to talk a little bit about that today. I've talked about that before in my self-sabotage presentations. So go back into the Wellness Wednesday archives on the playlists and, see what that self-sabotage might be for you. But when you've got a 90-day goal, it's kind of a big goal, right? It's like far out there, like June, that's going to be, birds are singing and the lilacs will be in bloom here in good old Bozeman instead of the wintry, blustery, windy March day we have today, which is still very nice. But that's hard to think, 90 days out. We're going to figure out some ways to chunk it down also over the next couple of Wednesdays so that you can see what you need to do and see how to implement it. And by the time we're really into springtime, you're going to be rolling on some of those goals. And maybe even by the time 90 days is up, you're going to be like, all right, I blew those out of the water. What else do we got? So if you do not have the right mindset, your efforts are going to be not as productive. You won't get as much result or the results that you're looking for if you aren't approaching your plan, whatever your plan is to get to your goals, with the right mindset. So that's where it all begins. All right. And before we really get into everything, I just want to, remind you all to settle in just a little bit. Turn your devices off or silence them. Give yourself a moment to just focus on you and chill. Because the biggest thing that you can do for your health and for your well-being and for your productivity and for your energy levels and all of it, for your sanity, is to be here now. Just be present. And turn off all of those noisemakers and close the door on the world for just a few moments with me here. Because if you can get a few of the things that I'm going to share with you today, it's going to do so much for whatever program you're trying to do. And I absolutely get where you're coming from when you're like, I'm super busy, I have lots of things going on. We're gonna get into some of that. And over the last 12 years of working with women and helping them find the ways to, amp up their lifestyle and, be happier and find that elusive thing they're looking for, I've boiled it down into some really fundamental things like self-sabotage or mindset and put them together in a really amazing way. So I want you to be able to benefit from that. So stay tuned. But let's just get into the first secret. The first secret to reach any kind of goal, a 90-day goal or whatever you've got, is to remove blocks. Y'all got them. We all got them. They're everywhere. It's like you're stumbling over them. And there's different types of blocks. So for mental blocks, I talk about with my clients a lot a fixed versus growth mindset. And for those of you who don't know what that is, you can, look it up real quick. It's a pretty common thing, but fixed mindset says, this is the way it is. This is the way I am. I can't do that. These don't work for me. It gives you the black and white kind of, limited thinking. A growth mindset asks what's possible. What am I not seeing here? Do I have all the facts? Are these facts? Am I just believing stuff? So anyway, I really work with, first up off the bat with my clients, their mindset. If you don't have that, you're going to have the wrong priorities. You're going to be putting your mental efforts on the wrong things, or, not even giving yourself a chance. So we'll remove the mental blocks by adopting a growth mindset and getting the right priorities. And then emotional blocks, it's hard to make big changes, especially if you want to make a big transformation, like, one of your goals might be something that involves something that's a big change for you. You might have some apprehension or even some self-sabotage about it because of what, maybe someone else said about, your state of your health or well-being, because they were mad at you or something, or because you can't envision yourself quite becoming that person yet, even though you kind of want it, or you don't know the steps to take. Or maybe in the past you've tried to, make big changes and it didn't work in some way, and you kind of let that hold you back. And, childhood trauma, that is a big old box of things to figure out for individuals. But that can absolutely affect us where we are in how we take care of ourselves, how we nurture ourselves, how we speak to ourselves. So all of those things can stop us from reaching a simple goal like exercising more, which isn't really a goal. That's just a kind of a floofy statement. We'll talk more about specifically what a goal is as we move through these series here. A physical block. So maybe your physical block is just, logistics or convenience or scheduling, or just the way you're approaching your workout. Maybe you have some kind of physical modification that you need to make to meet your present, state of being or ability. That's totally fine. Meet yourself where you are, do the things that are good for you, but you don't have to make it into a really big deal. A lot of us think that if I'm going to go to the gym, then I have to spend an hour and a half and get in a good workout, or we do nothing. And we usually fail ourselves in either, getting a good workout at the gym in itself or going at all. And if we can get rid of some of those physical hangups about, how long it has to be or how intense it has to be or whatever, and then simplify. Another block is time. That's another kind of constraint or a physical reality. We don't have a ton of extra time to take care of ourselves in our schedule. But just as I was talking to one of my clients yesterday, when you are putting effort into your self-care, exercise, diet, sleep, mindset, whatever you're doing to improve yourself, you're doing to improve your business, you're doing to improve your relationships, you're doing it to improve not just your health, but all aspects of your life. The things that we are working on here are going to spill out into all aspects of your life. And I tell you what, once you get a lot of your, wheels humming in your life, it amps everything up and everything becomes more awesome, more successful, and easier. So if you have to streamline your schedule to fit something else in, workouts don't have to take that long. If you can find an extra 15 minutes, you can probably fit in a workout. Maybe you need to find ways to shorten your workouts sometimes. I'm not saying if you run 40 minutes and that's your usual to shorten it down any, but maybe you can, cut out the commuting to the gym, or maybe cut out the chit chat at the gym or the distractedness at the gym, and be really on top of it so that you are, making the most of your time or the most of your workouts. Maybe some days when you don't have that much time, you do just have to do the 15-minute squats, abs, push-ups, right? Or 10 sun salutations, and call it good. There are ways that you can automate the rest of your day. The more routine things are, the simpler things are. Eating the same thing for breakfast and only having like 2 to 3 choices prepped and ready to go for lunches, and maybe having the same like 5 basic dinners that you kind of rotate. Get into a routine of, taking really good care of yourself 80% of the time, and you'll have more time. I promise. You'll have more time and more energy to do the things that matter and to take really good care of yourself. It starts feeding into itself instead of when you neglect yourself and it becomes this dark hole. You know what I'm talking about? I think you might. Okay, the next secret is you need to build confidence. Confidence is not something that is just inherent. It's something that you have to cultivate and put in on. So saying mantras. So in the growth versus mindset statements, one of my clients, she said, I did that exercise with the growth versus fixed versus growth mindset exercise. And she took that power of the growth statement and she said, trust the process. That's my mantra. And I was just like, that's an awesome mantra, because she kind of has some anxiety and wants to always be, trying to control things. And so letting that sort of help remind her to, trust the process and follow the plan, but not obsess. That's really helpful for her. Your mantra might be something different, and it doesn't have to be anything that's like weirdo or groovy, although it can be if you want. Whatever, reminds you of your purpose, reminds you of why you're doing this, why you're taking good care of yourself. It's not really a fake it till you make it thing. It's something where it's like, I want to be able to walk 5 miles in a row at Disney World, or whatever your goal is, the reason for your goal, the reason for getting in shape, or the reason for losing weight, the reason for getting healthier. Have your mantra reflect that. Your stance, just like this gal in the picture here, she's confident, she's tall, she's flat-footed, she's head-on, she's broad shoulders, straight spine, head up, looking forward, power position. Pretend like you've got on a business suit with the big shoulder pads. Don't wear it, but pretend. Remember back in the 80s, every woman in business had to have the giant ass shoulder pads. But it projected this kind of, warrior sort of feeling. That's the stance that you need to kind of elicit in your body language, and that will help you to psychologically shift into a more confident state of being, along with some of these other things. Breathing exercises. So if you signed up for my newsletter, you're going to get this as a PDF with these links so that you can do the breath of fire. That helps stimulate the third chakra. And also doing third chakra exercises like the wood chopper or the sunflower. I demonstrate those in a video that has all of the chakras, so you'll have access to that. If you haven't signed up for my newsletter already, send me a quick message and say, hey, Vicki, I want in on that, and then I'll make sure you get the recording and this worksheet here with all these links. Also, once you pile on mantras and a breathing exercise and a chakra movement exercise and standing tall and proud, wow, and then listing your accomplishments, I'm sitting here in my office and it's hard to miss, I have a few of my accomplishments here on the wall, some certificates and things. And it's just like, yes, reminding yourself of who is this person that earned these things, and to always be measuring yourself against who you were yesterday, but also Every effort counts. I don't have to crush it every day or only be the best or whatever. I can be happy with what I got done today and leave it at that. No judgment. Okay, build confidence. Repeat, repeat, repeat. Keep doing it. And you'll find other things to be confident about, and it'll come about more, especially if you start taking charge of different areas of your life as well. If you're eating well, if you're sleeping well, if you're exercising, you're going to have a lot more energy and a lot more clarity of mind and a lot more confidence. And think about how that would be walking into the boardroom, not with the ugly 80s suit, but with something that makes you feel awesome and you're just going to slay it. That's what I want for you. Okay, that's mindset number 2. Number 3, secrets. Got a little homework here. Create inspiration. If you're not inspired, if you're not motivated, you're not going to really last very long. This is going to, get out of your control kind of quickly. So one thing you can do is create a vision board. They are very powerful. Get some magazines that appeal to the lifestyle you're aspiring to. If you're going to make it about fitness, get some health and fitness magazines. If you're going to make it about mindfulness or meditation, get some of those. Maybe you want a mix of both. My vision board here, that's here in my office, it has things that are like outdoors kind of sports and mantras about having more free time and getting outside and having, making improvements to our home and things like that. It works. Focus on it. Just sit there and look at it and make it pretty. Put some sparklies on it, or make sure that it appeals to you visually, and have fun doing it. And then sit down in front of it a couple minutes each day and visualize what it's going to feel like when you have the thing on your vision board, when that's part of your life or part of your lifestyle. Just think about it. Feel it. See yourself doing it. What does it smell like? What does it look like? How will you feel when that's happening for you? Just do it for a couple of minutes a day. And breathe and go do a breathing exercise and set your intention for the day and move on. Mentors. Follow experts on your social media or wherever you find them. You don't have to copy what they're doing or anything. Just listen. Just get some ideas. Get inspired. When the anxiety or the guilt or the overwhelm or the self-sabotage want to creep up, the antidote, whether it's 3 a.m. or 3 p.m., is pop in some headphones and listen to a positive podcast or something to kind of gently occupy your mind with something that you don't really have to, really listen to, but is pleasant and inspiring and uplifting and interesting perhaps. And then you can finish, doing the task at hand, or going back to sleep and drifting off. People you look up to. The people in your life dictate your level, your vibe. The 5 people you hang out the most with are going to dictate your vibe. Big time. Make them good. Aspire upwards. As my husband was saying the other day, he's like, if you want to become a good skier, you have to ski with people who are better than you. And it's like, totally. That is totally the truth. And I can't believe I'm still skiing with my husband, who obviously is way better than me or anyone I know will ever hope to be. And it's great. I can't believe I get to ski with him and get to try to keep up. And it's amazing. So make sure that if you're spending time with people, that it's okay to spend time with people who maybe aren't vibing where you are, but don't let them pull you down. And try to seek out and hang out with, or at least aspire to be like, the people you look up to. Cultivate those qualities. And be aware, when you start changing or if you start improving, other people are going to be like, what? Don't listen. Don't tell them what you're doing. Just keep all this in you. This is your little, behind the scenes homework. Nobody needs to know about it. Because seriously, the world will try to pull you down once you set a goal. And then set a reward. So a spa appointment, a new outfit, letting yourself watch movies and not have to clean house while you're watching them, like some kind of reward for yourself that maybe is a self-care-ish kind of good for you thing, but doesn't really revolve around food or beverage. Food or beverage are fine, but that's not exactly the reward, especially if you've had any kind of emotional eating issues in the past. I really encourage you to find other rewards. Do food treats have a place in our life? Absolutely. But we need to be mindful and setting reward. I'd like to have it be something that's more of a experience for you, or a pleasure, indulgence kind of thing, perhaps, rather than, and something along the positive self-care. That's not your excuse. Your reward is not your excuse to have 5 margaritas. If you have 5 margaritas, okay, fine. But that's not your reward for taking good care of yourself. I really want you to make that clear, that if you're making a choice to have 5 margaritas, it's not, oh, you're not justifying that because you did your workouts or something like that. The two things don't have anything to do with each other. Track your margaritas, make note of them, drink responsibly. You're adults. But know that, with 5 margaritas comes 5,000 calories or however many is in it. And just, factor it in. Absolutely. But you see the slippery slope there. Okay. Quotes. Find a few quotes, pin them, write them on a sticky, find a sticker, put them on your water bottle sticker, put only positive things on your water bottle, by the way. And, maybe you want to set a phone reminder, an alarm on your phone, 4 p.m. every day, breathe deep and trust the process, or whatever so you look at it and you see it and you're like, okay, and you just program yourself. Seriously. And then I want you to tell a friend. One friend. Don't post it on social that you're going vegan or something. Great if you are. And you can tell someone. You can tell if it's going to be that much of a food change, you're going to eventually have to tell people. But I was just talking about that. It's like people are very interested in what you're not eating, and it's so annoying. But anyway, you don't have to shout it out, but tell one person. And be like, hey, will you be my buddy and let me confide in you like once a week, once a day, whatever the agreement might be, just to check in. Because if you got to tell somebody, you're going to be more than likely to follow through on what you told them you were going to be doing, or, how you're working towards this goal, right? And no judgment, just somebody who you trust and who's like, will be comfortable, kind of letting you reach out like that. Cool. If no one else, reach out to me and say, hey, Vicki, will you help me be accountable for the next kind of couple days or weeks or whatever? I probably would. Reach out. Because from now on, if not starting now, there is no other time to start. You need to eliminate your bad habits. You know what they are. You know what you've been trying to change for a really long time. And you know that vision of what it might be like when you're, living that healthy lifestyle and you're out there doing it the way you always hoped you could, or the way you admired somebody else did. There are no more days to waste on this. There are no more perfect times to get started. You deserve to be the best version of yourself so far. And that doesn't mean that you got to be like anybody else, but the best version of yourself. I want you feeling good on emotional levels, physical levels, mental levels, spiritual levels. Absolutely. I want you feeling strong and confident and like you are doing your best at everything, but it's easy. How would that feel? You can get there. You have 2 options. One of them would be the hard way, where you take years and years of training, you do 12 years of case studies, you drizzle it all down into a core kind of concept with all of the good juicy information together. You do tons of trainings and research over years and years and spend a lot of money. you can do that and figure out what it is that would make, you pull everything together and get that lifestyle, get that transformation and change that you've been dreaming about. Or you could, do it the easy way. The easy way is, and this is exactly what one of my newest students in my course that I have created for y'all, she's like, it's so easy because it just takes you step by step, hand by hand. I can focus and know I'm doing something good instead of freaking out and not knowing what's next. Absolutely. And that's exactly why I created the program that I share with my clients, because I've been there. I've been there where it's like, there's 2,500 things I'm supposed to be doing. Like, how do I know which ones are the right ones, or the ones that are going to work for me, or the ones that are necessary and the rest are BS? I love sharing these strategies, and I really, just need a container for it, because I'm like, okay, every time I work with a high performance coaching client, I'm like, okay, so in the online course, that's in there right there. In the online course, that's in there right there. A couple of weeks ago, I was like trying to get one of my coaching clients to start up in the online course and really go through it, even though we've been working together for a while. She's like, well, I just want this to happen. I want to have, meal prep be not an issue. And I want to know, like, kind of how to get focused and mindful. And I want to know how to structure my day. And I was just like, module 1, module 3, module 4. It's all in there. So you don't have to keep having me, dish it up for you. It's all in there. It's worked for me, and it's working for all of my students that I'm putting through there, and it's easy. It's so easy. It's like reading a blueprint for your body, mind, and spirit. So you're hitting on all of those aspects of your being. And it's called the Mind Body Blueprint online course. And I created it just for me first, and then especially for my clients. And I had one client in mind when she was just starting to work with me a long time ago. And I was like, this girl's starting from square one. What do I need to tell her? And I created all of these modules, and they go through each aspect of your health and your well-being, so that whatever diet or exercise plan you might have been on, or whatever you need to tweak or improve about your health and wellness, we're going to cover it in a very fundamental yet flexible way. And there's homework, there's different practices, like we use the law of attraction, or we use body types, or the body clock. And I really just take you step by step and hold your hand, with some emails, and the online course walks you right through the different modules. And there's video discussions on there of me going through all of the modules. It's totally online. And of course, there's a Facebook group, because what would we be without our Facebook groups? And each one of these, module 1, we're looking at mindset and meditation, and how to go from fixed to a growth mindset, and how to develop goals that really work for us, and start tracking what we're doing in our life and get more awareness about it. In module 2, I want you to learn to love your body. We're going to talk about body types and the types of exercises, and how to set up a workout plan for yourself so that you are doing what's right for your body and not hurting yourself and not going to extremes. In module 3, in the grab and go nutrition, it's all about meal planning, meal prepping, looking at your body type and what foods are right for you in your body type. I'm going to show you how to streamline the kitchen. It's easy. It's amazing. Once you get the hang of meal prep and stocking a kitchen and running a kitchen. I have a smallish kitchen. It's just my husband and I here, but I ran a small kind of kitchen and did meal prep 3 times a day for a small family of, there was 6 total that I fed every day, with breakfast, lunch, and juicing and snacks, and every 5 days a week. Sometimes I did dinners as well. And once you can get that down, I only grocery shop twice a week at the local food co-op. Maybe I ran out for specialty, item here or there, but I really got that process down and I never stopped doing it. So I'm going to share that with you. I don't ever want you to be without healthy food options. And then module 4, effortless motivation. This is where you get your schedule together. This is where you get your priorities straight and your routines down. This is where we use the law of attraction to start bringing in and orchestrating what we do want in our lives, and making sure that we are putting the beliefs and the actions together to align us with that. Absolutely, you're going to be like, wow, it helps so much to know what I'm supposed to be focusing on at times of my day, and how to put that together, and on different days of the week what I'm supposed to be doing and focusing on. Like if I'm focusing on different aspects of my business, or if I'm focusing on different aspects of housework, if I'm focusing on different activities with my family, I know exactly where it's supposed to fit in. It's amazing. We're going to keep on going on with goals. And then moving into module 5, I give you effortless energy method, where if you can get your self-care and your sleep and stress relief all kind of jiving along with the other practices, now you really got something. Now we're cooking with fire here, because we're going to talk about the body clock and why you need to schedule certain things according to what your body needs. And also all of the things that are sucking your energy vampires, time wasters, mental blocks, thoughts that no longer serve you, all of that stuff. So that once you can get rid of that, hone in some of those really healthy routines, you're going to free up so much energy and mind space. So you can actually think about amazing things and improve your work and your life and be creative again, instead of drudging on, what do I wear today? What do I eat today? Blah, blah, blah. We get out of that kind of low level thinking, because we're going to automate it all and we're going to show up rested, and it's amazing. And then we're going to top it all off and tie it up with a little golden bow, actually a great big golden bow, with the Think Big Success System, where we get big picture thinking and we cultivate a gratitude practice, and we show up in our life with our gifts so that we can be of service and take those goals to another level. It's not just about losing weight, it's about losing weight so that I can keep up with the people at my job who need me as a healthcare worker, or whatever it is. We elevate things and really start making you believe that you can do amazing things. Because once you're at this point, there's nothing stopping you. There's absolutely nothing stopping you. I give you bonus materials. I'm constantly tweaking. Every week I go through and give you a different module live with our exclusive group members. And it's really, really easy. You get all of that in the basic membership. So the online course, the video modules, all of the things I talked about, the weekly live webinars, the Facebook group, homework feedback from me. Once you start doing your homework, just watch how it goes. Bing, bing, bing. Things just open up and you're just like, wow. All of that is the basic membership. If you want to take it a step further, I also offer my private membership, which is all of that plus 3 60-minute sessions with me by phone, or if you're here local, you can come to my office. I'll help you customize those daily routines. I'll help you figure out what your self-sabotage patterns are doing to you and help you find ways to stop it. I'll give you some big motivation and accountability, because I love assigning homework, and it's fun homework. It's good homework. I always am giving my best resources and tips to my coaching clients. So in this private membership, if I think it'll help you, I'm going to pass it along. And for every single session, I write up basically it's like an article that was meant just for you and your situation on that particular day. And if you put together I look at some of my client files when I'm sending them their their notes, and I'm like, look at all of these. Read these notes over. I wrote this just for you. Put it all together. It's got so much great info in it. And I'm really going to keep you on, okay, here's your goal. Here's the 1, 2, 3. Here's your timeline. Here's how we chunk it down. Here's what you need to do today and this week and this month in order to get to the goal. I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. It's simple. It's revealing how simple it is. All right. So you're probably wondering, yeah, that all sounds great, but if I were to offer my online course plus 3 separate sessions, you'd pay well up into the $600-700 range for sure. I've sold this coaching package for exactly what you're seeing here for over $1,500 when I was first starting out, and everybody was paying me per session instead of getting all this info from me in an online course. It's crazy. Today, I want to offer the basic membership, $349. 3 easy payments, $116.33, bam, 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 lifetime access. You can join me weekly for, different aspects of, okay, so today, if we talked about 90-day goals and mindset, that's kind of like a module 1 topic that I might peruse, and we go through. So I'm working right through the 90 days with my Mind Body Blueprint clients online. And we're doing all of the info from Mind Body Blueprint, putting it all together because I've got a ton more info in there for you. So that's that. 3 payments, $116.33. Or if you want a little bit more accountability, a little bit more assurance that, I'm going to take you from 0 to 60 in just a couple of sessions, 3 private sessions with me, 60-minute phone sessions. It's super easy. 3 monthly payments, $156.33, and that's that. I want you to look for the links at the bottom of the page, and then you can grab this offer. I'm not going to hold this offer up for very long, but I really like this offer, and I really am super excited to work with people in this way because it's so easy, it's so focused, it steps you through with emails from me and feedback from me and the weekly webinars. Even if you just did the basic membership, you would have so much potential. 6 modules, $349. It's the best deal in town. I love a good deal. So I really want to thank you for joining me for Wellness Wednesday. If you want more 90-day goals, next week on Wellness Wednesday, I'm going to do simple and effective 90-day workout protocol. So I'm just going to walk you through some of those basic steps. And in that Mind Body Blueprint, when I go through Module 2, Love Your Body, and the workout protocol, you would have all of the body type information. You would have the different workout scenarios that I pose and the different ways to put together your workout schedule. You would know if you needed to do an intense workout or moderate workout. There's so much information in all of that expands on what I'm doing, given any kind of topic. So 90-day goals. In the summertime, I do traveling, and staying fit kind of 6-week modules. I'm always tweaking. I'm always adding. I'd love for you to join me. Look for that link, and I will see you in the online course. And hopefully you'll join me again next Wednesday. I love it. All right. Until then, be well.